first started my channel. So one of you recommended that I did one of these again. So of course I thought I would be doing that. And yeah, I have not watched that many shows or movies lately, but I did write a couple of them down that I have watched. So hopefully you guys will enjoy them as well, and maybe want to try and watch them or give some recommendation on what to watch next. So I do recommend you though that watching the trailer to each of the movies or shows I'm gonna talk about, because I always do that. Like when I see a movie or a series that I'm thinking like, oh, this one is so good, I always watch the trailer. You probably do the same, I don't know, but it helps me at least to like know what it's about, and like if there's any like trigger warnings or like anything like that. Because I do enjoy mostly like movies that are like murder or like investigation and like based on true stories type of movies. Those are kind of the series and the movies that I'm very much into. I do like romance and comedy and stuff as well, but I will say that investigation movies and stuff like that, it's probably one of my like favorites, I think. So that's why I like to watch the trailer to movies and shows that I get recommended or that I find interesting or that I want to watch, because then I get to see like if I really like will enjoy it. So the first one, it's called Adolescence, and this is on Netflix. I have not watched this one yet because it actually comes out today on Netflix. I record this on March 13th, but I will see it later tonight. But I did watch the trailer to it, and I thought it was I think I'm gonna like it, because I thought it was very interesting. I think they only gonna drop one season though, for today, but I hope there will be more seasons to it as well. But I have written down what it says about each movie or series, so you can like kind of get a grip on like what it's gonna be about. So it says, when a 13-year-old boy is accused of the murder of a classmate, his family, therapist, and a detective in charge are left all asking what really happened. So what I got from watching the trailer of this is that he has no idea like how he could have been like accused of this murder, because he has no memory of this happening. Like he has no memory of like doing anything to this classmate that's been murdered, but somehow he ended up getting accused of it. So I am very interesting to watch it tonight. But yeah, so Adolescence it's called, and you can watch it on Netflix. The next one is A Part of You, and it's also on Netflix. Now this is a Swedish movie, but they have translated it to English as well. So in Swedish it's called En del av dig. But I love this movie. This is probably one of my favorite movies, I have to say. I think it came out around springtime last year, so around May, April, somewhere between that. And when it first came out, I was obsessed with this movie. Like I watched it over and over and over again. Now I haven't watched it in a while, because I kind of do that when I really enjoy a movie or like a episodes, I can watch them over and over again without getting sick and tired of it. But I do really recommend this A Part of You movie. It's a really good one. It says a teenager struggles to pick up the pieces of a shattered world in this emotional and bittersweet coming-of-age drama about those who are left behind. So this movie is very much about how to handle grief, because everyone handles griefs differently, of course. So you kind of get to follow her on her like emotional roller coaster type of thing, and see like how she handles it and how people around her kind of see how she handles it, and maybe it's not the best way she handles it, so they kind of try to be there for her and like be like emotional support for her, but she kind of pushes people away in a way, which is very common when you're dealing with grief in general. But I thought it's a very, very good movie, so I really do recommend you watching it. And it's on Netflix as well. The next one is How to Have Sex, and this movie is not on Netflix. You can just search for the name of the movie, and then it will come up where you can watch it in whatever country you're in. But in Sweden, I know you can watch it on Viaplay. So yeah, but it's not what it's like with the title of this movie. I was like, when I saw that as well, I was like, what is this? Like, I'm not watching this. But then I saw the trailer of this movie, and it was not what I thought it was gonna be. So it says 3 British teenage girls are on a rites of passage holiday, drinking, clubbing, and hooking up in what should be the best summer of their lives. So I don't want to say too much, but I can say that one of these girls that is on this vacation is going through something by like the middle or end of this holiday that she kind of keeps to herself. She doesn't open up to the other girls about it. She kind of acts like everything's fine, everything's good, like she's having a good time. But in reality, she kind of just wanna go home type of thing. But I don't want to say too much, but it's a very good, like, eye-opening movie, I would say. Also see, like, putting yourself in each person's situation type of movie. You can kind of see how each person that's in the movie kind of how they try to think, like how they, if you were in their situation type of thing. Sorry if you can hear in the background, it's like birds going off. But yeah, I thought it was a very good movie. The next one is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and it's on Netflix. So they only have one season so far of this series, which is quite sad because it was a very good series. But they will come out with more seasons, at least one more season. So there will be 2 seasons, which I'm very excited about to watch. But it says 5 years after the murder of a 17-year-old girl in a sleepy English town, one student is determined to uncover the truth and find the real killer. So this movie, it's about a girl who goes to college, and she's very much into like investigation things and murder in general. And so she kind of tries to uncover truths to like murders that has not been closed properly. For this murder, this case, there was a guy who accused of doing this murder, and she kind of wanted to, and then it just kind of got forgotten about because everyone was blaming this guy, and like, yeah. But she wants to take on these cases because she wants to find the real truth in the cases, kind of. But it's a very good movie, and it takes a while for me to kind of, I have a hard time concentrating when I'm watching a series or a movie. So, but this show I really did like. I was so hooked on it, like I could not stop watching. I was always like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? And then they leave like in each episode like a cliffhanger kind of thing, so then you kind of have to watch the next one, which is, those are the best type of series, I have to say. But it's also some comedy in it and some romance, so it's not just like murder and like darkness and like stuff. It's a little bit of like other things as well. So I really do recommend you watching it. It's a very good show. It's on Netflix. The next one is County Lines, and that's a bit of a darker type of movie. It came out, I believe, in 2019, and it says that a desperate teenager is drawn into a dangerous criminal network in an affecting drama that reflects a real-life scandal. So, this movie is about like a teenager that gets drawn into dangerous networks, like in criminal networks and stuff, and how young they actually can get drawn into it. Like, this guy, I believe, was, he says it in the movie how old he was. I think, I could be wrong now, but I believe he said that he was 13 or 14. But this can go as young as like 11 years old. So they kind of want to like paint, like, people get an eye-opening of the criminal networks that's going on in the world, like how it can affect and how hard it is to get out of it as well, which you will see in this movie, like how dangerous it will be for this little guy who gets drawn into this at such a very young age. And also, not just that, but like how he starts treating his family, his mom, because he lives with his mom and his little sister. So he becomes the one, because I don't want to say too much, but the mom loses her job by like the middle of the show, movie kind of, and then he is the one kind of taking the role as getting the money so that they can eat food, like survive. And then he kind of gets like, he's the man of the house, so then he takes on this kind of control, like this very dominant role at such a young age, to be like the man in the house, because he's the one who makes the money of selling things and to provide to the family. So he eventually gets kicked out of the house because of his behavior, but I don't want to say too much. But it's a very good movie and a very eye-opening movie, so I do recommend watching it if you like that type of movie, obviously. The next one, this is actually the last one, and it's actually a documentary, and it's on Netflix, and it's the Gabby Petito documentary. If you don't know about Gabby Petito, I do recommend you googling Gabby Petito and read about her case. So it says, what happened in the final days of Gabby Petito's story of a tragic murder. And this was a very good documentary. Like, I'm not the one who easily cries when I watch movies or series or documentaries in general, but this one actually made me cry a little because I thought it was so sad. Like, I've read about her case for a long time. When I first read about it, it was a couple of years. I think it was when it came out that she had been murdered and stuff, and I just thought it was so sad. Like, just the whole thing of it as well. Like, it was just. But I really do recommend you watching that documentary. It was a very, very good one. But that was actually it for today's video. Like I said, I didn't really write down as much shows and movies because I have not watched that many. But if you want me to make another one of these, I will try to watch more movies and shows for you, or documentaries or whatever. But I will watch this Adolescence on Netflix tonight, as it has come out now. So I will see if I like it, and then when I do the next of this series and shows I recommend, I will talk about that show. So I will tell you guys what I thought about it and if I liked it, and a little bit more what it's about, because I couldn't say as much in this video because I have not watched it yet. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more of this type of video, just let me know.